Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to make a super quick, easy peanut butter sauce that you can throw in the freezer, pull out anytime you want some. You can use it to pour it on your on-plan ice cream. You could put it in your coffee, put it in your hot cocoa, put it in your smoothies, put it in yogurt. You could dip your toast in it. If you wanted, if you didn't want to get out peanut butter and spread it, you could just dip your toast in it. Sounds a little silly, but you know what? It's delicious. So it's 1.5 cups of water. Turn on the stove, get that boiling. And then we are going to put in 1/2 cup of pressed peanut powder. So I use the THM brand. There are other brands out there. You just want to make sure the one that you purchase has no sugar added. This one is literally just peanuts. So like, there's a couple popular brands you can get at the grocery store. You want to pay attention though, because some of them have sucralose added to them. So you're looking, Jif makes one that is just peanuts. That's really good. But if you're looking for a delicious one, get the Trim Healthy Mama brand. It really is worth it. It's not expensive. It's absolutely delicious and it's perfect. So, okay, 3/4 cup of gentle sweet. If you only have super sweet, you could use about half of that amount, but make sure you grind it in a coffee grinder so it's the consistency of gentle sweet, because you want that kind of powdery sweetener. A little splash of vanilla. I use imitation vanilla. You can use the real thing if you want. I'm okay with the imitation. It's cheap. I use the Mexican kind. I love it. I'm okay with the imitation kind. And then a pinch of salt. So then we're just gonna bring this to a boil over high heat. And you'll probably boil it over, because that's what I do. So this is very similar in recipe to the handy chocolate syrup that is on in Trim Healthy Cookbook. It's on page 479. I'm looking at it right now because I just made a batch. And then I thought, you know what? I haven't made the peanut butter version in a long time. It's delicious. I don't know that there's a recipe out there for it. This is just what I do. And then I'm going to pour it when it's done and ready. I'm going to pour it in these silicone cube trays, and I have a little cover that goes over it. I stick it in my freezer, and then I pop them out and put them in a Ziploc bag, which I'll show you in a minute. So you're just going to bring this to a boil over high heat. Okay, we are boiling. So once it finally boils, don't be impatient. It'll boil. All right, once it finally starts boiling, then just turn down the heat on low and let it simmer for another minute or two. This is where you should pay attention, because what I usually do is walk away and come back to it all over my stove because it boiled over. But I'm going to do what I always do and walk away for a minute. That tried to boil over. I just want it to simmer. It's all the way on down on low heat, but my oven is aggressive. So simmer for a minute or two. I'm gonna let it go one more minute. Okay. Once it's simmered for a minute or two, take it off the heat. Pour it into something that you can pour with. Whoops. And then get some all over your counter, because that's what I do. Set that over here where it'll drip. All right, so there's my peanut sauce. You could use it now if you wanted, but I take these little silicone things, I put them on a plate. I almost forgot that important step. Put it on a plate because they're not super rigid. When you pick them up, they'll leak. So I put it on a plate. I pour my peanut butter sauce in here. I might have enough for an extra tray. The chocolate sauce is usually 1 tray full, but that's because I boil it over and it gets all over my counter. So I lose a good portion of my recipe, and I didn't boil this over. So try to keep it on the tray, but if it gets on the plate, who cares really? It'll wash. It'll wash. Get it in your cubes. If you've got a covered cube tray, okay. If you don't worry about it. It's no big deal. And then just slide that baby in the freezer and let it freeze. And then when it freezes, I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so it's been overnight. I've frozen these and it's ready to come out. So this is a peanut butter one. I also made, which I didn't show you, a handy chocolate syrup in one as well. And I need to pop them out of the molds. Here's what my handy chocolate syrup ones look like. So anytime I need some chocolate syrup, I'll just take 3 or 4 of these out, put them in a little bowl, microwave them for 20 or 30 seconds, and I've got a single serving of chocolate sauce. Same thing with the peanut butter. Alright, there's what the peanut butter sauce ones look like. And then anytime I want some peanut butter sauce, I'll just pop them in a little bowl, pop them in the microwave for like 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, and I'll have a perfect serving of peanut butter sauce for my coffee. You could drop these in cold into your coffee. You could melt them and pour them on your oatmeal, pour them on top of muffins, pour them on your toast, dip your toast in them if you want. Put them in cottage cheese if you like peanut butter in your cottage cheese. Stick these in a Ziploc bag. A bit more. Stick them in a Ziploc bag, stick them in the freezer, and they last forever in there. I usually make 1 batch of the handy syrup every couple of months, and this 1 batch will last me, the chocolate syrup will last me a couple of months, and I expect the peanut butter to last me just about as long. There you go. Some perfect peanut butter sauce for whatever I want it for. All right, so that's it. Easy peanut butter sauce.